What up, ladies and gentlemen, Chen Chen here, bringing you guys another video. Today I am doing a very special video, as this video is going to be very helpful for a numerous amount of players, not only for AD carries, mid lane, but also top lane. So it is covering three main roles, which is obviously CS, right? Ability to CS is, in my opinion, one of the key factors to actually getting to higher elo, and this video should be able to help you guys get some pretty consistent CS. Hi there, my name is Chen Chen. If you don't know who I am a Vladimir one-trick who peaked rank 8 Vladimir in North America server. If I had to pinpoint one of the main reasons why I have been so successful with Vladimir, it would without a doubt be my consistent CS. Before this video actually begins, I really want to discuss the benefit of CS and its overall role in solo queue. You as a player have to realize and determine a fine line in every single game whether you should be prioritizing CS or prioritizing teammates. What I mean by this is, if you are tunneled for CS the whole game, a lot of the times you are actually sacrificing pressure and team fights to achieve it, which in turn would probably result in a loss. In a realistic term, for both climbing higher and finding more consistency in your games, your goal as a player should be able to get really good CS, right? Have that capability of getting really good CS. That's pretty much it. As you can see in the background, it's just some gameplay of my rank journey. This is high diamond MMR. I believe I ended this game with 11.0 CS per minute. And another thing, you're going to actually see this game, I did sacrifice my teammates and sacrifice a lot of teamfight potential to get really good CS. But I did it because this game was pretty much over, right? Anyways, let's get right into the video. If I cut some parts of the gameplay, it's just because there's not much to show. Another thing is, getting perfect CS in the laning phase, or like missing minimal CS, is very crucial for obvious reasons. So these tips that I'm going through, if you can't master the art of missing like very little CS throughout the laning phase, practice that first and then you can look into my tips. But without further ado, let's get right into it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button, join the Crimson Pack by subscribing to the channel, and let's get right into it. The very first fundamental that you should be aware of in terms of getting perfect CS is your champion identity. Alright, this is put as number one because I think this is overall the most important thing, right? You have to be able to determine not only your own champion identity, but the enemy's as well. If you are a hyperscaler, automatically you should be like, okay, I should be really prioritizing CS over anything else. For example, I'm a Vlad one trick, right? I'm not going to join dumb skirmishes that are probably already lost if I can catch a couple waves, right? Maintain consistent gold, because team fights is never really consistent. You can never guarantee getting kills, but CS is always going to be there. You also have to determine the enemy's champion identity. If you are against a lane bully, you're almost forced to give up a decent amount of CS in order to survive and actually be able to win the game. Going for every CS just because, you want an insane number is suicide if the lane bully understands basic principles of the game. Now, if you are an assassin, right? And I know a lot of assassins can get good CS, whatnot, but your main goal is to snowball the game out of control and ultimately win the game. Assassins have like a ticking time bomb. If they do not get fed early, they're not going to be able to impact the game much late. So if you're an assassin, it's common for assassins to roam around and miss a decent amount of CS. So understanding your champion and being able to determine, oh wait, I'm an assassin, I shouldn't be going for 10.0 CS. I should be looking to help out my team create a lead. You have to understand that. Now, if there's no opportunities, then sure, you can go for 10.0 CS. Or maybe you're extremely fed and you can still maintain 10.0 CS. But understanding that that is not your main priority is very important. Number two is proper reset timings. Alright, this is very, very common within lower elos because they do not understand wave management. if you want the maximum amount of CS possible, you are going to have to find perfect time to actually recall. A lot of people call this like a cheater recall, where you actually don't miss anything, but you get a free recall, right? That's why, hence the name cheater recall. Whenever a wave, I'm speaking strictly about the mid lane, whenever a wave is, close to the tier 2 turret, you should probably look to shove that out and then look to back. League of Legends is very situational, so if you're low, then I wouldn't recommend that. But if you're full HP, if you back and the enemy is going to shove your minion wave, you're most likely going to miss a good amount of minions. So being able to really full shove the wave and get a really nice back timer, very, very important to getting really good CS. The third fundamental you have to understand is minimizing deaths, and I think this is like honestly one of the biggest. This pairs up with the term tempo, right? You never want to lose tempo. When you die, you lose an absurd amount of tempo, right? You're gonna be dead for like maybe early game it's like 10 seconds, but late game it goes up by a long time. Each death actually makes it really hard for you to be able to play. As you see right here, I died, right? Losing tempo. Every death potentially will cost you 2 to 3 waves. So think about it like that. 2 to 3 waves is like maybe estimated around 20 CS. Imagine if you die 0 times in a game. Like, if you look into your games and see the amount of deaths you have, translate that to maybe like 20 CS, and calculate how much CS you would actually get. It's actually insane. So being able to minimize your deaths is very important. You can do this with good wave clear, good wave manipulation, I should say, and proper warding. And just don't go for aggressive plays if you don't have to, right? What is the risk? What is the reward? You have to really analyze that and be able to understand. So right here you see again that I died, and it's not good for tempo sakes, but I still ended up the game with 11.0 CS per minute. So I think this is a very good game to showcase for you guys. Alright, tip number 4. This is map analyzation. And after I go through these tips, I'm actually going to commentate through this game. This game's actually almost over, so I'll slow it down, right? And we will commentate about this game after we are done with fundamentals. So the fourth thing you have to keep in mind is map analyzation. If all your team is like the mid-half top side, there's a pretty good chance you should be going bot, right? And vice versa. If all your team is bot side, there's a pretty good chance you should be going top. Minions are never going to move. They're never going to disappear, I should say. So you have to be able to catch it. Another thing is choosing when to fight and when not to fight. 90% of the time, I am not going to force a fight unless there's an objective. And that's just common about my playstyle. Like, the amount of CS you can get rather than just goofing around, setting up a team fight or trying to force a fight is never worth it when you can get consistent gold and consistent CS. So I prefer always prioritizing CS over choosing these dumb fights. Now when there is an objective up or when it's close to being up, that is when I group. So being able to analyze the map, see what's going on, is very important. And fifth fundamental, which is a very basic one, take jungle camps, right? If you're the carry, if you're playing a hyper carry like Vlad, you're gonna want to take the jungle camps 90% of the time. And majority 80 carries do this. It's because junglers don't need it at that point where you can be strong enough to just take a jungle camp super quick. Each jungle camp gives you a ton of gold and it helps not lose tempo, right? Majority of the time you're going to take jungle camp after you push down a wave. When you push down a wave, there's nothing for you to do. Might as well take a jungle camp to maximize your gold. Alright, those are the 5 fundamentals we are going through the game right now. So as you can see, it is 21 minutes. I have 210 CS. Despite dying 2 times and losing a lot of tempo, we're gonna see exactly what I do to, you know, get really good CS. So one thing right here, right? My whole team is topside. Baron is up, but bot wave is right here. We're not gonna miss it. And it's 21 minutes. A good rule of thumb is if your team doesn't get caught, you should be able to actually split and they cannot start Baron, right? If it's a 5v5, they're not going to start Baron, so you can feel free to get jungle camps. As you can see right here, Warwick unfortunately stole that. So Inferno Drake is about to spawn, and I see that. So I'm setting up. We'll fast forward the boring parts. Drake is up, but unfortunately my team is not going for it at all whatsoever. So we're just gonna end up giving it. And here's a fight. I dive into the back line, pick them all up. And this is a Baron play right here. After you ace them, obviously go Baron, right? So we end up going Baron. I catch mid wave, or as how many ever CS I can possibly catch. I see Fiora here. Take Romp, and this is our Baron. So now instead of resetting, I'm still looking for more CS, right? It's 23 minutes, I have exactly 10.0 CS. So after I take chickens, that's when I'm going to back. And that gives me enough gold. Yeah, I was actually missing gold, so that's why I went for chickens as well. So get chickens and then back. And now look, I see that Warwick is going topside. There's not much for me to do, so I'm just going to take jungle camp. And then I match bot for more CS. Remember, map analyzation. Warwick is top, and my AD carry is mid. The only place for me to get more CS is bot, so that's where I'm going to be. Fast forward. Continue. Continue shoving hard. And now I'm just setting up turret. Setting up getting the tower. Once again, remember what I said. I really don't like to join fights that can be avoided. There's no reason to fight here. There's a fight that breaks out, but I get so much farm from going bot, and I got a turret, which is obviously worth. We pick off kills here. And I am just extremely strong. I taunt a little bit. There you guys go. Like, the only reason why I'm able to do that is because I'm managing my CS at an insane rate that no one can follow up. As you can see, I'm 100 CS above Kai'Sa. My enemy mid laner is 70 CS below me, and I'm 2 to 3 levels above him. And I'm like 5, 6 levels above Yuumi. That's the power of getting CS, getting Sidewave, and getting XP. So right here, continue getting CS. Jungle camps are all mine. Right now we have about 11.0 CS per minute, despite getting 2 deaths. Keep in mind, if I have 0 deaths, I would probably have around 300 CS right now. Or I could potentially have 300 CS right now. Continue getting CS. Remember what I said, map analyzation. I see everyone bot. There's no way I can realistically make it there and impact the fight, right? So I'm like, okay, let me get top. Tons of CS to get top. And they end up losing that fight, which it is what it is, but remember, I'm super fed. continue getting CS, and then I go for a turret here. She decides to stop my back, so I just kill her. You can do that because you're so strong. I am level 18 at 27 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely insane. I am literally 4 levels above of their enemy AD carry. If she touches me, I'm dead. Why is this occurring? Because I played for CS this game. Remember what I said at the very beginning? You have to choose whether you prioritize CS or your teammates. In this game, because my teammates were doing pretty much decent, I guess, right? My top was doing alright, jungle was doing alright, bot was doing alright. They were all doing mediocre. I'm able to do this. I'm able to play like how I'm playing. Just the sheer amount of damage I do. End up picking volley. Pick up Kaisa. And I believe this is the game. There you guys have it. That is how you end the game. Right here, I have 317 CS at 29 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button. If you found it helpful, please, comment down below. I really would like to hear your feedback. Hopefully this video helps you. I think this is very precise as to how I personally achieve this amount of CS. Like I said earlier, I do not do this every game. I do not reach 10.0 CS every game because, well, first off, I'm in Diamond Elo, right? These players are quite atrocious to say the least. They're gonna force dumb shit and I have to follow up. So majority of the time I actually end up with 8.0 to 10.0 CS. That is my personal range of CS that I get as Vladimir. Regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Chen Chen out.